And these 6 comics are the 6 Voltron Force comics.
Voltron.
And yeah, they're a tie-in to the early 2010s Voltron Force cartoon.
Okay.
And the reason I waited so long, because Ryan bought me these years ago, is because I wanted to rewatch Voltron Force. And at the time, Nico and I, because he was curious, he was like, Stan, show me some, like, good classic Robo anime. And so I've been guiding him through the Voltron series as well as Robotech / Macross over the past couple years. So I specifically waited until we finished watching Voltron Force, and we actually finished watching that like almost a year ago now, but like other things came up in that interim. So I recently got the free time to read all these, so I did. And it's pretty interesting, honestly, the way these are done, because they seem to take place... And by the way, this is just going to be a spitball review, so like, maybe spoilers, maybe not. I'll try and not do them, but whatever. So spoilers for comics that are like 10 years old. Anyway, it's interesting the way these are done, because they seem to take place like sometime in like the second half of season 2, based on certain aspects of the story. Like Daniel has his infection, for example. And also, what I thought was cool about these 6 comics is that they all seem to be one-shots at first. And then you get to the 6th one, and no, it turns out this was actually all an interconnected story, because like all these things come together into one big climax, which I thought was pretty nice. Yeah. And another unique thing too, which I don't know, I'm pretty sure this is not, like, in fact, I am like 99% sure this is not the first like mini-series to do this, right? But all of these comics, with the exception of one of them, they all have the same writer, but almost every single one of them has a different artist.
Interesting.
Yeah, which I thought that was pretty cool. And all of these artists have their various strengths and weaknesses, you know, as you would expect. But I wouldn't say any of the art was bad. I did notice a few things here and there where I was like, oof, you should have maybe considered redrawing that or something like that. But, like, nothing that, like, I've seen way worse fucking artwork, okay? Like, no. But yeah, everything was drawn to the point where you could clearly tell what was going on in a given moment. All of these characters were recognizable as them. They stayed true to the character designs for the most part. Yeah, very, very well directed, very well done. My favorite of the artists of these ones is actually the first one, who is Jacob Shabat. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Maybe I'm wrong. Sorry. And I think they kind of realized he was the best one, too, because he also does the artwork for the final one of the series. That said, I mean, I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm just saying that of these art styles, I liked his the most. The one that comes in second place for me, though, actually is the second one, who is Dario Brizuela. I think that's how you say that last name. Sorry. And this guy, the main reason he's my second favorite is that he draws the lions, like, really well. Like, the lions in this look like they came straight out of the cartoon, the way he draws them. Like he did a great frickin' job drawing the lions. That said, though, he can't draw mouths on people to save his life. So you might want to work on that if you're listening to this, maybe. I don't know. But yeah. So those are like the top 2. But no one here did bad. I would not call any of these artists bad at all. That said, though, the writer Brian Smith, he did a good job. which I don't know what this says about him as a writer, because like he managed to get everyone's personality down pretty good, right? But according to an interview he did on the official Voltron podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
He apparently has never seen a single episode of Voltron 4.
How would he pull that off?
I don't know. Like,
Did he have some sort of like creative consultant that he could like check in with to make sure he was getting the characters down then? Or?
he must have. Like, there must have been like an editor of his who was like familiar with the show or something, because like, yeah, according to like, unless he was just joking and being facetious and I just didn't catch it. Like,
Are we
yeah,
talking? Are we talking like original Voltron, or does he mean he hasn't even seen the show? That
he hasn't. He specifically said he has not seen Voltron Force, which is what these comics are tie-ins to.
Interesting.
So